I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackHere.com, and today we're going to install a set of driven endurance cups on our 2017 Yamaha R6 STG project bike. Okay, really basic install. Some people might say, dude, why are you even doing a video on this? This is really simple. Well, it is fairly simple. Mainly, I want to show you how awesome they look on the bike. I love the colors that they use over at Driven. I love the way it accents the motorcycle, and they are making very serious motorcycle parts too. I don't want my buddy over there to be salty because I'll use the word bling. I do love the bling, but they make great stuff. Installing the endurance cups, a couple of reasons you can do it. One, it'll cover the axle nuts front and rear in the event of an accident, so you don't have to worry about damage, and that's one reason to put them on. My favorite reason to put them on is I think they look super bitchin', look great on the bike. Number one reason to do it, in my humble opinion. If you want to see what it takes to get this done, I got a couple little tips I'll show you within the video. Just stay tuned for more. Okay, the endurance cup install. This is pretty basic on the R6. Man, these things are just absolutely gorgeous. They're going to look great on the bike. You can see the one for the front and the rear, they are a little different. The one with the notches is going to install in the rear because it needs to be able to slide into the swing arm itself. For installation, what are you going to need? You're going to want to have a rear stand so you can lift the back of the motorcycle up. So you should have spools and everything in place, right? Lift the bike up. I've got tools to remove the rear axle nut. When you install this, you will not reuse the stock washer. The Driven Endurance Cup is actually going to take place of the stock washer. You can see how those grooves allow it to just slide right in there, okay? We'll get the nut started. And then I like to take a wrench and I'll wedge this in between the chain and the rear sprocket, kind of roll it forward, put a little pressure on it, smack it a couple of times. You want to make sure the axle blocks are pulled forward and held firmly against the adjuster. From here, we're going to torque the rear axle. If you prefer to use a torque wrench, go ahead and Google your torque spec. Grab your torque wrench and get that done. Click, there's my torque wrench, perfect. There is the rear one, it's very simple install. You can see we've already got the axle block sliders and a set of blue spools on this bike, and this thing looks super bitchin'. Okay, even less technical here. I'm gonna leave the bike on the work table. That is an aluminum nut that is used, stock. It has a washer built into it, so you're just going to leave that, obviously. We'll get it finger tight. You know, considering we've got the pinch bolts that are holding the axle in place right now, nothing's going to move. So by taking the nut off of this, there's no reason to have to reset the forks or reset anything. That should all be held firmly as long as the pinch bolts were left tight. Once again, if you prefer to use a torque wrench, go ahead and Google the spec and use that. And there you have it. There is the front one installed. Okay, why would you put these on the bike? Well, reason one, they will absolutely, in the event of an impact or a crash, cover up the axle nuts. Help to replace that. That's not a bad thing. Reason two, my favorite reason, is they look absolutely bitchin'. This is the Driven Endurance Cup install on the 2017 STG Yamaha R6 project bike.